Hey y'all, Chuck here, Top Phnom, Thailand. Hey, it's time for another weekly question and answer update.
You're my heartbeat, my silent drum. That is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel free, like a bird in the sky. When he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum. That's kicking me till I'm.
So, what do you guys think of the new studio, huh? This is a new concept that I'm trying. This is my first attempt, so I know it's not going to be perfect. Maybe something with the audio or the video, I don't know, but I'm working on the bugs right now. So these were, this was something that Andy Wright showed me a little bit of how to do this. So I put this office together in my virtual world, and I want to thank Andy. And he's got a site too, if some of you guys blog, to help you do some of this stuff too, and I'll share that with you. Also, Lloyd from Udon Lady in Thailand helped me out with initially sending me some green screen stuff that really got me like my brain going, okay, I can do this. But this is going to be some of the concept for the live weekly live stream update. So, which I'm going to try to change up every week. So I think it'll be fun. So we'll see. I don't know if I can do it while we're traveling, but anyway, it's got one more day, I think, until Songkran. I already got sprayed a couple times today. It's Thursday with water. So I think everybody's excited, and the temperature is extremely hot. So anyway, I hope you guys like this. This is London here, and of course this is Pattaya, and over there is New York. Now all the animals is Paige's idea. The little kitty. The kitty down here, and well, all the animals. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. All the animals was Paige like put some animals in there. So I got birds, Polly up here. Anyway, fun stuff. I got a lot of questions, so let's get started with some of the questions. First question is from Dean Backus. Dean Backus is a Vietnam veteran. Thank you very much for your awesome service, sir. Thank you. You said that in one of my, I think you said in one of your videos that 43% of your viewers come from America. When you're giving temps, you say Celsius and never tell us Americans what that is. Could you maybe tell us what that is? In Fahrenheit. When I was in the military, we used a metric system, but I'm pretty sure back in the day they didn't do that. So I actually the last video I talked about weather, I did put a little icon up in the corner that showed Fahrenheit and Celsius. But hey, you know, Dean, I just kind of do videos on the fly. Everybody nowadays has a smartphone, so if it's something that you really, really want to know, you can just push a button and say, hey, what is 17 degrees Celsius converted into Fahrenheit, and your phone will actually tell you. If I forget, but I just make random videos, so I apologize about the confusion on that. So you can put an app on your phone also that'll convert it for you. But anyway. You had a statement you wanted to share with everybody. Let me read that to you. Dean says, would you please tell the Vietnam vets, those that were exposed to Agent Orange and cannot get disability, that the VA is now paying for a lot more cancers and sicknesses, but they must apply. If they were in certain areas, they will be approved without exams and tests, but you must apply. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that information, Dean. Hopefully you're watching this video, and if anybody has questions, you're available to answer them. But Basically, he says that they're covering a lot more sicknesses now from exposure to Agent Orange. Next question is from Jeff Lang. Jeff Lang, hey Chuck, do you happen to see non-alcoholic beer in Thailand? I quit drinking a few years ago, just wondering. Paige actually looked this up for me. I haven't had a chance to go check it out for you, investigate. She said that Top Supermarket does sell a Korean non-alcoholic beer. So, I mean, I don't know if you just gotta have, you enjoy the flavor of it. I'm pretty sure Tops, depending on what area you live in, has a lot more than just that. But I would say in Bangkok you could find just about anything you want in Thailand. Next question, Brian Moholland. Do you not smoke any meats there? Me personally, no. It's just easy to go buy like jerky, stuff like that. But they really don't have a traditional smoker. They'll dehydrate it in a dehydrator in the house. But typically, they just put a grate outside. I know you guys are checking out the women. They'll put a grate outside, and the sun dehydrates it pretty quick. They like to do that with fish, too. I've showed you guys that in quite a few videos. But they don't typically have a smoker. I'm sure maybe somebody here does. I did show a couple videos ago of a barbecue pit smoker, a small little barrel, metal barrel smoker. Next question, Johnny Easton. Is there a good Samaritan culture in Thailand? So if you fell off your bike, would people run to help you? Thanks for your videos. You're awesome. Hope to be there this year. Thank you very much. Hope you get here sooner than later. I did fall off of my bicycle one time, and what happened was I had my phone attached to this little holder up in the front of it because I was using the GPS on it, but it fell off. And when it did, I grabbed the front brake and just flipped right over the handlebars like Superman. And about 4 people were there and saw. They stopped and rushed out to help me get back up. But I was okay. I was more embarrassed than anything. But nothing happened to my phone either. So, but people did rush out there to help me. Now, I know I've shared Brian and Fawn's videos with you also, and he does a community service in Cha'am and also teaches English at the military immigration new recruits and senior officers, and he was rewarded not too long ago for his efforts of doing that. And also, I want to say it's the Marriott or Hill, I don't remember, but we went to a celebration for him down in Cha'am, and they awarded him, the hotel awarded him Man of the Year for them, and that was an awesome experience for him. But yeah, he did get recognized and got rewarded for doing good deeds. Typically, me, if I do something for somebody, I really don't care if somebody says thank you. It's not about that. I do it because it makes me feel good about doing something. I don't feel like anybody owes me anything if I do anything for them. So. But I was a medic in the military, and I've seen people get hurt around here, and I stop what I'm doing and I rush over there and I help them, and I would hope that somebody would also do the same for me. Cheers. Next question, Two Bears. Something I don't see much are smokers there. I mean, you have some, but not like the U.S. It's frowned upon. Is it frowned upon there, or is it just not done? Not too many women smoke cigarettes here. There's a lot of the teenagers smoke Is it frowned upon? It's just like anywhere else. Nobody wants to be around cigarette smoke if they don't smoke. I smoked for over 20 years. I quit 10 years ago, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done, but man, I'm so happy that I did that. Very, very happy. But there's a lot of controversy right now with they made a no smoking ban on some of the beaches in Thailand. So, it upsets a lot of people. Why they do that, hey, I don't know. It's strange though that they had a little smoking section where you had to go pile up in an area and then put your butts in this little thing, and then the people would come to clean the beach and they'd make these piles and then they would burn them, and there's smoke everywhere anyway. So I don't know. I ask why, but I don't know. I guess I just don't understand. But yeah, I think smoking is frowned upon just as much as it's frowned upon anywhere else in the world. Next question. Chuan Man. Hey Chuck, is it common to tip in Thailand? Thanks. I've had this discussion before. It does get asked a lot. Every time I reply to it, it's a typical American thing, right? Us Americans, we tip. A lot of cultures around the world don't tip. A lot of people in the service industry get paid differently than others. In America, I know they get like $2.35 an hour, so tipping, they work for tips. However, a lot of them expect it and don't deserve it. And the people that don't deserve it in America don't get tipped unless it's inside the bill. Anyway, Thai people really don't tip for the most part. Not all Thais. The newer generation are pretty good about tipping. But the older generation, unless they're hovering over your table and constantly putting ice in your glass and making sure you have beer or whatever you're drinking, then they might get a tip. So I've been with my in-laws and their friends and had a 5,000 baht tab that my father-in-law paid for, and then put all the, I ended up tipping them a couple hundred baht. They really worked hard to make sure that all these picky people at the table were taken care of. Anyway, not to drag this on, here's my theory on it. So if you're going to be frequently going to a certain place, like a restaurant, a bar, a club, a massage parlor, something like that, and you expect them to be happy when they see you and maybe do a good job for you or pay a little bit extra attention, then 100 baht goes a long way on a tip, really does, and it doesn't cost us hardly. That's nothing. So it's just about how you feel. So there's not a percentage based in Thailand for tipping, and everybody gets paid decent. I say decent. They don't get paid like they do in America. They all get paid a certain amount, and all the tips go in a jar, and then at the end of the week, they all split up the tips. That's what I was told. Anyway. Next question. Randall Blatchett. What is the phrase that is used there that talks about a cool heart? I can't seem to find it anywhere. Also, are there Thai schools there that teach their language like they have ones for English? I'm talking a little slow because I'm afraid to get a delay in the video, because this is actually my second attempt at making this video, so I'm talking a little slower than normal. I think the phrase that you're looking for, Randall, is Jai Yen Yen. Jai Yen Yen is something like if you're at a restaurant and your food's taking too long to come, maybe somebody got theirs before you and you're like, then maybe your Thai friend or girlfriend or wife will tell you, Jai Yen Yen, Jai Yen Yen. Means relax, calm down, everything's going to be okay, just chill out. That Jai Yen Yen. I think that's what you're referring to. So Yeah, they do have Thai language just like anywhere else. I mean, the kids need to learn how to speak proper Thai. Uh, Even though I talk about language a lot, between different regions, you'll notice words change and accents change and tones change. And in a tonal language, that becomes really, really difficult. But they all pretty much know if they've been to school. Not everybody does go to school here. They do learn proper Thai, just like in America and English-speaking countries too. They learn how to properly speak English. I know. So unless you're referring to like coming over here with kids, which I made a couple of videos of just recently with an American who has kids over here and a Englishman who has 3 kids over here. And they put their kids, actually the Englishman, he's got his kids in public school now because they learned how to speak, they actually speak 4 languages. It's amazing how easy it is to learn when you don't have a lot up top, right? So, but the American guy sends his kids to private school, and yeah, they teach the kids how to speak Thai there, if that's what you're referring to. So, next question. MJ Carney. Chuck and Paige, Happy Easter and April Fool's Day. That was weird how it fell on the same day. Do you still go to the local school and do English classes with the kids? I get a TEFL certificate, or am I just volunteering? I'm just curious on how and when you are doing this, as I would like to do that when I visit. No, I don't have a degree in teaching. I do have a degree, but I've never taught little kids how to speak English. I have taught before, but I don't have a certificate or anything like that. A lot of people here do, and they've been sending me tons of stuff to really help me out and helping the kids. But I'm just volunteering. Right now the kids are out. They got a 2-month break. And in between me and Paige traveling, you know, I will go sit in there and have conversations with the kids. But if you want to do this when you get here and you don't want to hang out like here all day, just kidding, then you can go to the local government school and talk to somebody there, and they're desperately looking for assistance in everyday speaking, because the English teachers there don't teach them how to have a conversation. Let's see, next question. David from Australia. Hi, Chuck and Paige. Been watching channel for a few months now. He's got actually 4 questions. Let's go number 1, and I'll answer them accordingly. Number 1 is, do you plan to work? No, I do not plan really to do anything. So when I was initially transitioning to come over here, I had a lot of ideas of things that I can do to keep myself busy in Thailand. But after being here about a year, I realized most of those things wouldn't work. The Thai people are so picky, and they don't have a lot of money. And if you want to do something like prepare some kind of food and you want to use good ingredients, you can hardly sell anything for over 10 baht, you know, unless you're in Phuket. But I do have a lot of subscribers that have had businesses in Thailand, and I've heard a lot of failed business stories, I'll tell you that. But I don't plan on working, but who knows what the future will hold. I doubt it. I'm fixing to change my visa into a retirement visa. So when you get the retirement visa, you're not able to work anyway. But I guess later on in life, I could always change it if I had to go to work. But I just told Paige I'm put her butt to work. But no, I don't plan on working. This YouTube thing takes a lot of my time. Plus, I love to travel, and we want to eventually do a lot more traveling outside of Thailand whenever I get bored of traveling in Thailand. Number 2, do you have private health insurance? This is also something that I've discussed many times. I have IMG Global. It's actually a traveler's insurance, which is fine. You know, you're always just a guest in Thailand anyway, so we're only visitors in the eyes of Thailand anyway. So I have a traveler's insurance. It covers up to 3 million baht, uh, and it lasts for 12 months. And it's good for anywhere, any hospital, anywhere in the world, of course, except for America and Canada. But it cost me just under 500 US dollars. I'll share a link to them. I don't get any kickbacks, I'm not affiliated. There's a lot more other types of insurance, but you can get traveler's insurance for very, very, very little money. And I definitely recommend doing that. So. Paige, you want to say hi? Paige has got her Songkran shirt on. Hello, you're in the club now. You can. Okay. Songkran shirt. I don't have mine on today. None of them really fit me, so I have to cut the sleeves off. Because if I don't, it's like really constricting, so I'm saving them. Let's see, where was I? Number 3, on your first vlog arriving in Thailand, you said you got sick at the first meal. Do you still get sick from food and water? That would be weird for living here over a year and a half and still getting sick. That would definitely be something that would be a problem. But no, I've been sick about maybe 3 times from food here, but you know, that's about the same number in the United States that I get. You know, you can get a bad meal anywhere. The thing about food, my reasoning for when people come over here and get sick a lot is because in the Western, especially in America, they don't have any bacteria. They pretty much dissect everything out of there except add a few hormones, you know. So when you come over here, the food is unfiltered, I guess you could say. So there's more bacteria in the food, and your body actually needs a good, healthy mix of bacteria. You need good bacteria in your stomach to fight any bad bacteria that comes. But it's no fun coming over here and trying to find a decent bathroom for sure. So. My recommendation for that is to get activated charcoal. You can Google that. We used it in the military. Charcoal is what they use in water filters. Charcoal kills bacteria instantly, but if you've already gotten sick, it's not a cure for it, you know, but you can take it. But you can take this before meals, or if you suspect that something might not be good, you could take it, and you'll have a decent chance of not getting food poisoning. Yeah. I don't really drink water out of the faucet. I mean, I brush my teeth, I take showers. I don't think I've ever gotten sick from the water. Most Thai people, they drink filtered water anyway, so even the ice is filtered. Everything is pretty filtered here from where I've traveled, and we've traveled a lot in Thailand. Next question, Kathleen. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot number 4. Number 4, your last part of the question. Are you planning to stay or sometime in the future go back to the United States? This is my home now. I don't plan on going back to live in the United States. We're making a trip there in a few weeks. I gotta go visit my children, so we're gonna go for a couple weeks. I'm gonna bring you guys along for that. But if I go back to America, I don't think I could have the quality of life that I have here, you know? I mean, I like to travel. You know, if I go back to the States, I mean, and I want to retire, I'll have to get something in a low tax area, really downsize. I think if I had to, the travel trailer thing was really, really fun. Me and Paige both really enjoyed that. Just picking up and going and the freedom of traveling. But you got to have a vehicle, you got to have insurance, you got to have health insurance, and all these things are very expensive, so your money doesn't last too long there. Anyway, I'm very happy here in a lot of ways. If you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about, but I don't plan on going back to live, but anything could happen. So if I'm not happy here, then I will pick up and I will go somewhere where I'm happy. I'm not going to sit here and complain to people. I'm not going to wake up and get on the internet and get on other people's blogs and talk to them about how crappy Thailand is while I live here. That's funny. Let's see. Next question. Wet Love 4, Mike from Texas. Do the kids watch these videos? Yes, the kids watch the videos. The Cooking with Kids videos, I only do that for the kids. I enjoy teaching them how to cook and speak conversational English and all that. So I really enjoy that. I know I don't get many views from that, but it doesn't matter. I only do that for the kids. But they do watch some of my other videos too, but they don't really understand what I'm saying, and most of the time I'm talking too much as usual, right? Yeah. Next question, Kathleen Rojas. Why do you tell prices in dollars? Would help. I don't know if that's how you said it, but that's kind of how you wrote it. So Kathleen Rojas, I'm assuming you're American, maybe you're Mexican, I don't know, but you say dollars, I'm assuming you're not talking about pesos. So I have 43% of my viewers are from America and the rest are from other places. It would be difficult for me to do a conversion every time I want to give somebody a price on something, for me to go down the list of all the prices converted. That would be. I'll tell you this is what I always say. If you're interested in Thailand, they only accept Thai currency here, the Thai baht. So you really should learn the difference between your currency and the Thai baht. US dollar is 30 to 1, so 100 baht is $3. 1,000 baht is $30. It's not that difficult to figure out. 500 baht is $15. So if I say 750, you can figure it's somewhere around 20 baht. I mean, $20, So I'm not going to do that every video. You can also, I know you probably are, you might even be watching me on your smartphone. You can download a conversion app, a currency converter, and you can look at the currency right then and there. But that does get asked quite a bit, and it's usually from people that want to know it converted into the US dollar. So 30 to 1. I know I'm going to say it a bunch of times. If you guys see somebody making comments on there, you feel free to comment politely. I don't know, maybe give them the website for the conversion app. Next question, Clive Bigsby. Clive doesn't really have a question, but he has a statement, and it's something that people like to share with me quite a bit. So I'm going to address it. I'm going to talk about it, and I will say that I do respect everybody's opinions on matters of life, of Thailand, of relationships, of money, and whatever. We've all gone through certain things in our lives, but typically the things that I've gone through, I don't think are going to happen to everybody, in the world. And you always try to learn from your mistakes and move forward. But anyway, here's what he said. And I did reply back to him back and forth in a conversation. Not to be a fly in the ointment, but John is the gentleman from America that I interviewed with him and his wife the other day in Sakon Nakhon. If John is putting a home in her name after a year, that would be one very risky proposition. I'm hoping she is the one paying for everything, since she is the only one who can actually own it. But I highly doubt that. LOL, laughing out loud. John seems like a nice guy. Would hate to see him become another statistic. You know how I love facts, right? Finding love in loss, LOS, is wonderful. I think he's not here for long stay. I think he's here to live. So I think when you come here to live, you learn the culture and the way of life, and you try to accept the way things are. When you're staying somewhere, you're staying there because of a job or money or I don't know. That's a different topic. Anyway. Paying for expensive things that you'll never own, not so much. It's good to find love, but it's not good to pay for things that you're never going to own. I know I got a lot of mixed emotions about this. I'm not the smartest person in the world. Only thing I can go by is what I've seen and what I've learned on my own experiences. I've been married. This is my third marriage. I was married a couple times in the United States. I mean, I could tell you stories of how that went. My kids have been through divorce. I can tell you their stories, Doesn't mean it's all going to turn out the same for everybody, Let me ask you a question. When you buy a wedding ring, it's pretty expensive in the U.S. to buy an engagement ring or a promise ring, engagement ring, a wedding ring. And, then you have the wedding stuff. I don't need to go through the list, but it's expensive. It costs more to do that than it does to have a home built in Thailand. So I don't know. I've never heard of anybody in America is telling the woman, hey, I'm not going to get this ring back if something doesn't happen. If something doesn't work out. So you're going to pay for the ring and we'll split everything else 50-50. It doesn't usually work that way. And I don't think she reimburses you if you get divorced a year later, if you end up buying your wife SUV, a sports utility vehicle, most likely it's going to cost more than it would cost a home to be built in Thailand. I don't think that after, you're going to keep the vehicle in your name, and then if it doesn't work out, she's just going to give you the car and just walk off. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of opportunist women all over the world. I'm sure there's a lot of men that have mistreated women all over the world too. Sometimes they probably deserve what they get. There's always another side to the story. You know what I mean? And I've heard sides from Thai women too that a man comes along and meets a girl at a young age, and then they're together. He cheats on her, was abusive, maybe drank too much, and then took off, and here's the thing, Thai women believe that after 30 years old, they're what they call themselves gelao. So, their opportunity, their window of opportunity is gone. You took that from them. So anyway, not saying it's right, but sometimes there's another side to the story. But hey, you know what? You can rent stuff. You can rent a wife, a girlfriend. You can rent her for the day, for the night, for the hour, for the week, for the month. You can rent them for the year. If you can rent a home, which I recommend doing anyway, or you can rent transportation. If you're scared to lose something that's yours in a relationship, then you're gonna have to figure out a way constantly to keep an eye on that stuff. So, but if somebody wants to do something nice for somebody or share love with somebody and it doesn't work out, it's not always a planned opportunity from the beginning. A lot of times that's not the goal. I think a lot of times you can tell when a woman is an opportunist, especially if you're a 75-year-old man and the woman happens to be in her 20s, Obviously, and I've said this before, she's going to take good care of you, and you're going to take care of her. Just don't run out of money. You know, you got to expect what the relationship really is. You know what I mean? So anyway, hold on to your change. You know, there's a lot of, I just made a video about what ifs. There's a lot of ifs in the world. So the world is moving fast, and there's a lot of things happening. And if it's something that's not comfortable to you, you can stay where you're comfortable and do the things that only make you comfortable. Do the things that only make you happy. Me, I'm going to go for the ride. Whatever happens, happens. I'm a strong enough person that I'll overcome. And I have overcome a lot of stuff in my life. And if I just, you know, if I never learned from my mistakes and I just sat around and told everybody, don't do this and don't do that, because it happened to me. I'd hate to see you be another statistic. You know what they say about this and that. I don't have the energy for that, you know. Not everybody's going to go through the same exact scenario anyway. I do appreciate your opinion, sir. Just if your opinion is based on what you see on the internet or hear from other people, try to experience things on your own and share your life experience, but don't expect it to happen to everybody. Be happy for somebody. Next and last question. Stephen Gotcha. Seriously, please, just how much do you miss a meal like steak, eggs, and chips? Or a good meatloaf with vegetables? Or bacon, sausage, and eggs? You know, good old Western food. Sometimes eating the local stuff, I just think, Crocodile Dundee. You can live on it, but it tastes like shit. Well, first off, they sell all of the ingredients of everything that you've mentioned on your list. I don't really hear a lot about Thai food tasting like shit. That's not really common. Most people come to Thailand not only for the culture, the women, but the food is up there on the list as well. I did an interview with an American gentleman in Udon, and he doesn't really like Thai food that much either, but he lives in an area that has a lot of foreigners and is able to get anything that he wants there. But I can make all these things. Meatloaf. They have an awesome selection of vegetables. I think the vegetables here are really good. The steak, yeah, I miss a good steak. However, I can buy Australian beef now if I want that. But you can have anything you want. Actually, here they have 3 places that I know have a Western-style breakfast. You can get anything you want there, but to me it seems to cater more to like European-style breakfast, and I find it very plain. I've showed this in some of the places that we've traveled to. Who's here? Falang is here. There's a Falang outside. She handled it. There's some Falang looking for something out there anyway. Anyway, the food's really plain. Where I come from in South Texas, there's a lot of Spanish influence. There's a lot of people that in America bring a lot of different cultures and taste. So I like a lot of flavor. That's why I really like Thai food. But in Thailand, it's not like America. They don't have a good variety of all different kinds of food. You know, Thai people are very picky about things. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the scenery. I know there's going to be some technical difficulties. I'm working on that. I just went and bought a microphone today, and I was going to try to get a video, another webcam, because the one on my laptop doesn't seem like it goes up past 30 frames per second. So I'm working on it. Hopefully hopefully it turned out, and hopefully I can do the next live stream like this as well. But my next live stream is going to be Songkran right outside the door here. I'm going to live stream it from my phone because it has to be connected to an internet source. And I'm going to let that sucker run, and it's going to be a great day. And you guys can watch it at will. Yeah. Anyway, I'm about this close to 10,000 subscribers. Maybe by the time I put this video out there, I will be there. That is an awesome accomplishment. Thank you very, 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 very much for that, guys. You guys are awesome. All these pets here have been really good, really awesome. The cats, the butterflies, the chickens, the dogs. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for the wonderful comments. Keep the questions coming, guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.